Hi guys, welcome back to Doobrey's Day. Today on Doobrey's Day is an Apple TV update for our LG TV. Let's go guys! So guys, as you know I like my Apple TV. I've been doing videos on those for a little while now. I've got my LG TV in the back. It's one of those OLED ones and we recently positioned this on the wall here. But what I've just read is in the last few days Apple have released the... Oh, it's gone off, look. There it comes never back on. Apple have released an update for the LG TV which gives you Apple TV on it. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into the app, we're going to download it and see if we can remove the actual Apple TV box out of our system, reduce cables and reduce power and all that sort of good stuff. So let's go over to the LG TV. So just to detail our setup, we've got our Apple TV here and we've got our amp here, cables through the wall, and I've got to tidy this up at the moment. And then they come through the wall and we've got RJ45 and we've got the optical cable for the sound, etc. all on the TV up here. Now then, if I go into the menu bar and I go across to the LG, where's the LG thing? There it is, where is it? LG Content Store, just show you that. Go across to the LG Content Store, click on there. If you go to Apps at the top, and then you go to All, go to Entertainment on the left-hand side there, oops, Games, Entertainment, scroll down, and there is Apple TV. Now, I don't believe it's on every single LG TV, but it's certainly on the OLED ones, and I know it's going to be on the 2020 ones. So I'll click on that and I'll quickly install it. And as you can see, just by looking at the screen there, it looks identical from these pictures down here, but we'll quickly install it. It's about 50 meg, I believe. Yeah, 53 meg. And then once that's installed, we'll try and run the Apple app through the television. And if that does work, then I'm going to remove the Apple TV, actual physical unit, out of my setup and reduce cables, etc. Let's see how good it is. By the way, if you can hear the wind noise, we've got one of the storms blowing over today, so that's probably what you can hear. Okay, so let's go to Apps. Go to My Apps. I know I could have done it from Launcher, but I just wanted to see it's installed. There is Apple TV. Installed today. Click on that. And it comes back to the same screen and hit the launch button. You can see me as a reflection. Apple TV on the screen. And I guess I can use the LG controller to make this work. I'm going to have to sign in, but let's just let it load. It's taking a little while, isn't it? Start watching. We won't send it analytics to Apple. And there we go. So that's not using the Apple TV box. As you can see, just to prove it, my Apple box is off. There's no light on there. It's actually off at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to go to library. I think I've got to log in. Yeah, so I'm going to sign in. I'm going to just do that off camera quickly, sign in, and then I'll start the video game. So bear with me a second. Actually, I wanted to show you this. You can sign in on a mobile device, sign in on this TV. I'm going to sign in on a mobile device. So I've got my phone with me. I'm going to click on that, and hopefully it will pick up from my iPhone, which is sitting just beside me. Oh, you can scan the QR code. Let me just get my my phone. 1 second. So I've got my phone. Scan. I guess you could just take a picture with it. Ooh, and it says open apple.com in Safari. So I'll just show you that. Open it in Safari, and let's see what it does. Sign in with your Apple ID. Right, I'll just quickly do that off camera. Give me a second. So I've just signed in, and I've got to put my authentication in. Okay, you put it in here. That's weird. So I'll type it in here. So it's on my phone. Ah, I haven't touched anything. It's just kicked off. So it obviously took a second. So let's try start watching. And there we go. It's already on there. So let's pick something which we know is in 4K. I'll go to my classics. If we go to science fiction, sci-fi and fantasy, and if we go to Ghost in the Shell, because we know that's 4K, we go to Ghost in the Shell because we know it's 4K, click on that. And then we'll see, hopefully top right corner, it should say Dolby Vision or 4K or something similar. So it's definitely working. Dolby Vision, top right corner, can you see that? So Dolby Vision, and it's now working without using the Apple TV. Now, can I control the volume? No, so I need to now rig up my amp to the TV using HDMI because I'm using an optical cable at the moment, but it definitely works. So how do we control this? So let's go back. So you can use your controller here. So I'm just using my controller to go back. I can use left, right, up, down. So if we just pick another film, if we go up to the top and go watch now, so I've moved the camera down here, let me just do that again. So you can come up the top here and you can go across here to TV shows, movies, watch now. You can watch like I Am Legend, etc. Just click your button. I won't play it for too long because I don't want to get copyrighted out, but I just want to prove that it works. I'm just going, there we go. Now the thing to note is that the sound at the moment is coming out of the TV, so I need to come out of the amp. So I'll probably have to do a little bit of amendments on my setup here, but so it's on optical at the moment, so it's going through the amp. So I'll change it to HDMI so it goes through the amp only rather than optical, and I'm going to give it a try. So let me just do that. Okay, with a bit of playing, I've managed to get rid of the Apple TV physical unit out of the system now. And what I've realised is, because my amp is quite an old amp that I've got down here, it only allows arc out rather than arc in, which means I had to use the optical cable, and that was causing me some problems. But, as you can see down here, I no longer have an Apple TV installed. It's disappeared. But then on my screen is Apple TV running. What I can do on my LG TV, I can go down the bottom here, I can like click on Netflix. Netflix comes up, press the home button and go on Apple TV comes up, pick a film, and just happen to pick The Martian in this example here, and you'll see it'll start playing. I've also linked up the amp so I can control the volume from this controller here, which is just here. I can turn it up and down. But I don't want to get a copyright, so I'm going to just stop that, come back, and there you go, Apple TV. So my entire library's on here, movies on there, kids on there, watch on there, so this should, in theory, link to everything that I've been watching. So there's the Joker, there's some great movies, noteworthy, buzzworthy, so it's all working. So that's the LG using Apple TV app, which means you no longer require an Apple TV device. I'm still going to keep my Apple TV device upstairs because there'll be features that come along on there, and I don't know how regularly the actual application will be updated on the TV, but in the background, clearly you can see Apple TV works. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. Give us a shout. If you need anything, post down below if you've got any questions. Thanks so much for watching Doobs today, and I'll see you next time. Cheers then.